Well, you knew it was going to happen. The J6 committee, yes, the J6 hearings came out with a subpoena for one Donald J. Trump. Well, I'll bet you every one of those senators got moist. I'm Jasper Gonzo, and this is what's next. Happy Friday, everyone. Jasper Gonzo here, another episode of What's Next, your daily dose of common sense and facts. Hope you guys have a good Friday. Well, it's been a crazy week. A lot of silly things, a lot of stupid things, and of course, moronic things. And yeah, pretty much out of DC. Well, one of the biggest non-surprises came down the pike just in less than 24 hours. You had the J6 hearings. Yes, remember those wonderful J6 hearings, those wonderful committee hearings that nobody gave two fucks about? Well, they got what they wanted. Led by loser Liz Cheney, Donald J. Trump, the President of the United States, former president, 45th president, got subpoenaed. And I guarantee you, every single one of those senators on that committee, whoo, man, they were getting wet and moist when it came down. Let's take a look. This comes out of Breitbart. January 6th committee subpoenas President Donald Trump. And of course, I would be laughing too. The U.S. House January 6th committee used its first hearing in months because no one gave a damn on Thursday to subpoena former President Donald J. Trump to testify before it after failing to produce evidence tying him to the Capitol riots. Just days before the 22 midterm elections, of course. Committee chair Representative Benny Thompson explained that Trump was at the center of events surrounding the Capitol riots, and the need for him to testify goes beyond our fact-finding, I know, stop laughing, towards accountability to the American people as a whole. The vote to approve the subpoena was unanimous, of course it was, with a resolution to compel Trump's testimony proposed by outgoing loser Liz Cheney, with a staunch opponent, who's been a staunch opponent of Trump, whose stance caused her to lose her primary, get her ass whooped in retaining her congressional seat. The subpoena was first reported by NBC News, leaked from the committee. Of course it was. The January 6th committee plans to vote to subpoena former President Donald J. Trump during today's hearing, sources familiar with the committee's plans tell. Earlier, Thompson, who, like other members of the committee, had objected to the past presidential election results being certified, and the very act described by the committee as an attempt to overthrow democracy. Once again, we live in a republic. Claimed that the committee's investigation is not about politics. No. Bigot? It's not about party. It's about facts. Plain and simple. Yes, are made up facts. The committee is composed solely members of Congress whose area against Trump and were handpicked by Secretary of House Nancy Bela Lugosi, dried up sack, in defiance of the enabling resolution of the committee. An authority to issue subpoenas is therefore being challenged in federal court. Cheney is not a, quote, ranking member of the committee, as described in the enabling resolution, but is referred to as a vice chair. Critics argue that without a ranking member, as described in the resolution, the committee lacks the power to enforce subpoenas or pretty much anything else. Members of the committee cited Trump's alleged personal and substantial role in the riot, but produced no such evidence. Shocker. Really? They read from a teleprompter and a highly scripted hearing, of course it was, and it has been linked to a show trial, a clown show, a clusterfuck, then a congressional inquiry. It's unlikely, however, the committee can compel Trump to testify given executive privilege. However, the committee has prompted at least 2 prosecutions for contempt of Congress against witnesses who refused to testify and who cited legal reasons for not cooperating. Is anybody shocked? Is anybody surprised about this? You knew it was coming down. It was just a matter of time before they were going to hit Trump with a subpoena. Well, being that he does have executive privilege, I doubt wholeheartedly that he is going to show up. But if he were to show up, oh, I guarantee you, every fucking eyeball in media around the world would be airing this. And pretty much would lock him in regards to midterms, slaughter of the blue, and possibly push him into 24. But I don't see that happening. I just really don't. Because Trump doesn't give two fucks. And I think those of us who knew that this whole, quote, insurrection was a sham to begin with, that this whole hearing, this whole committee was a clown show, you know, pomp and circumstance, that's all it was. That's all it was. And nobody tuned in. Nobody tuned in for this. You had a couple knuckleheads on Twitter who were just salivating and, you know, getting wet in anticipation in regards to Trump getting subpoenaed. Wow. I'm sure you enjoy yourself. But at the end of the day, this doesn't mean squat. Doesn't mean jack. You know, spending what for the better part of 6 long years going after one man, because of pearl clutching, panties bunching, butt hurting, screaming Karens. That's it. You had zero evidence. From the Russia hoax all the way up until now, you still don't have shit. And at the end of the day, again, I can hear in the distance Trump laughing. And with that being said, I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. I want to see more just like this. Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.